Barb, thank you. I am in White River State Park, about to do probably one of the most unique interviews I've done over the years on Inside Indiana Business. You probably saw the video, the viral video. It was on YouTube across a platform of network television as well. Golfer Bubba Watson in a hovercraft. Sliding across a golf course through a water hazard. It got a ton of hits, 7.6 million views in just 20 days, attracted a lot of attention from around the globe. In fact, the video has been seen by more than 60 million people. You may not realize that that hovercraft was made right here in Indiana, in Terre Haute. Neoteric Hovercraft manufactured that hovercraft. And joining me now with more on the company, the business that is a unique business, pleased to be joined by the president of Neoteric Hovercraft, Chris Fitzgerald. And Chris,
good
welcome.
to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, you've become somewhat of a celebrity. That was you, right? Driving that hovercraft?
Well, part of it. Bubba Watson did some of the driving.
Yeah. This just took off on the internet and other places. How did it come about?
Well, we get many inquiries like this, and so when they first approach us with these harebrained schemes, we have to be a little careful. So it took us a couple of months to figure out what was actually going on, and then it was possible for us to develop a machine that would do what they wanted. So we took a standard model and we started to inculcate the standard golf cart components.
Yeah.
And it took us a couple of months overall. There were some changes along the way. Things happen like that.
A lot of people saw this video, but I think very few people understand that that hovercraft and hovercraft have been manufactured in Indiana, specifically in Terre Haute, for a long time, more than 3 decades.
That's right. We originally came from Australia. We've been manufacturing hovercraft since 1976. It's a small company. It's been a struggle to survive, but things like this really help get the message out, spread the word. The big problem we have with that's the problem with any business is letting people know that this product exists, this technology exists. Yeah. And I think it was extremely fortunate that we just happened to get caught up in this viral video business.
How about the interest? How many inquiries have you had to build a golf hovercraft, if you will?
We've had many inquiries, and my gut feel is we'll probably limit the production to 100 units, just to add a little bit more value to it. And we are charging a fairly high price. We're not allowed to use the branding because I think Oakley would be concerned about them being the deep pocket. They'd be concerned about getting sued. But so we're thinking of limiting it to about 100 machines, and I think we'll probably sell 100 next year.
Yeah. Let's talk about the technology, because this is a technological machine. What is the technology behind a hovercraft?
Well, it's a relatively simple technology in the sense that you just have an area and you put air underneath it and it floats and it hovers around like an ice hockey puck. There are various ideas where this concept is being used. When Roebling built the Brooklyn Bridge, he actually hovered the caissons into place. So it's not a new concept, but in turning it into use on a vehicle is relatively new. This happened in the 50s.
Yeah.
And so just a simple area where you blow air underneath, the thing lifts up and it stays close to the ground. It's not a helicopter, it won't leave the ground, stays close to the ground. Because it's sitting on a bubble of air, it can go over various terrains. It doesn't know if it's on water or ice or mud or grass.
Well, the viral video is generating a lot of attention for that unique golf hovercraft, but really hovercraft in general. Your business, your core business, has a lot of uses that span a number of sectors.
These are very good for ice rescue. They're extremely useful in floods. They're good in mining operations, in a lot of complicated scenarios where you're dealing with soft ground and you're trying to measure the depth of it or the chemical constituents. You also have to do rescues in those environments as well. So the commercial market is also a good one. The difficulty with rescue and with commercial is getting the word out, letting people know that this technology exists.
And while these hovercraft have a lot of uses, they don't work everywhere. For example, they didn't work here with the Indianapolis Fire Department, but it's now down in southern Indiana.
It's now down in Hazleton in Indiana, and that fire department's made a great success of it. So it requires a lot of training, a lot of dedication. It's like you have to become a champion. It's more like a helicopter in its concept. it's safe, it flies close to the ground, but not everybody in the fire department can operate it. So you have to be trained in piloting and in maintenance, because those two things are really important: the hovercraft, the maintenance, and the training.
And as I understand it, among the many calls you've received, one came from Neiman Marcus.
Yes, I think they're talking about considering using it in the Christmas catalog. And we're also thinking of doing some additional things, maybe making a little models, Bubba's Hover models.
Could this potentially mean jobs in Indiana, specifically Terre Haute?
Most definitely. I mean, out of sight, out of mind. And now we've got a lot more opportunities. I definitely think we're going to get support from the government, and that will mean perhaps setting up a training centre, and that will lead to producing more craft, because the training centre and centres, which we're thinking of franchising, will each require machines which the factory will build. So yes, we are working on expanding the operation.
Chris Fitzgerald, president of Neoteric Hovercraft, thanks for joining us. Congratulations and good luck going forward.
Thanks for having us on.
All right.